Hello, this is Pastor Brian Anderson, and we have another daily devotion in the book of Matthew. We are in chapter 10, basically verses 1 through 8. I'm going to read verse 1. It says that Jesus summoned his 12 disciples and gave them authority over unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal every kind of disease and every kind of sickness. And then if you skip down to verse 7 and 8, it says, "And as you go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, cast out demons. Freely you have received, freely give." So before we even get to Matthew chapter 10, Jesus had already modeled all of the things that he's now commanding his disciples to do. Jesus had already healed the sick, raised the dead, cleansed the leper, and cast out demons. So the disciples looked on as Jesus was doing all of these things. Then after they had watched him do them, Jesus sent them out on a short missionary stint. I don't know, maybe a week or two. And what were they to do when Jesus sent them out? They were to do exactly what they had watched Jesus do. They were to heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the leper, and cast out demons. So when Jesus made disciples, he simply called men to be with him, to watch him, and then after a period of time, Jesus would send them out to do the very same things that they had seen him do. First, just on a very short, temporary basis. Eventually, Jesus gave them the Great Commission. We have that in Matthew 28 and Mark 16. He gave them the Great Commission and told them that they were to do this basically for the rest of their lives. This was their life calling. They were to go forth, preach the gospel, make disciples, and teach these new disciples to observe everything that Jesus had commanded. And in the process of doing that, they were to do the things that Jesus had done, like healing the sick, raising the dead, casting out demons, and cleansing lepers. So if you are involved in disciple making, and I hope you are, because the Lord has called all of his people to be involved in the process of making disciples. So if you are, I think we need to look to Jesus Christ for wisdom in order to do that. So like Jesus, let's just start off small. Just spend time with other believers. Let them observe you. Let them observe your life in your home, with your family, with your children. Let them spend time with you on your job site, or perhaps meeting at a coffee shop, or you could meet with them in their home or related to their job. And after you have been meeting with them for some time, you're hanging out, you're getting to know them, you're sharing your life, you're praying for one another, just give them a simple assignment. Ask them to do something that they have already observed you doing. It could be as simple as just sharing their testimony in a church meeting. Or maybe it's leading out over the Lord's Supper, reading a scripture at the Lord's Supper and sharing your thoughts on the death of Christ. Perhaps it would be something like sharing a word of encouragement when the church gathers. So give them ministry little by little. When they're done, tell them what they did well, and also give them tips on how they can improve in their ministry to other people. And so as you do this over a period of time, the young disciple is going to advance and grow into a well-seasoned and fruitful disciple of Jesus Christ. And that's exactly what you want. So I hope these thoughts are helpful to you as you go about making disciples. May God richly bless you.